It's a rivalry that dates back nearly 90 years. From the swamps of Gainesville to the shores of South Beach.
The fan bases, alumni bases, they're at it all off season. There's a lot of, there's deep meaning to it.
Two storied programs, two proud legacies. Records don't matter when these two teams play.
An incredible opportunity, venue, great opponent, historic rivalry. I mean, it's what you do it for.
It's a battle for bragging rights in the Sunshine State. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Florida Gators. Once again under the lights at Hard Rock Stadium. And we've got you covered. Presented to you by Hard Rock Bet, Florida's only legal sportsbook.
The pre-party is on. Hi, everybody. Fans lining up since 8:30 last night to be a part of College Game Day, and we are having a party all day leading up to kickoff at 7:30 at Hard Rock Stadium. South Florida becoming the epicenter of college football. And hi, everybody. Welcome in to our pregame show. We've got you covered. We're coming to you live on campus in Coral Gables because College Game Day is here. We're proud to host this on ABC Miami. We've got all of your coverage leading up to a full slate of games here on ABC. And, of course, the nightcap that everybody's really excited for, number 4 Miami hosting Florida. And we know all about this in-state rivalry. The fan bases hate each other. The chirping's been going back and forth the entire week. But let's talk about this Miami Hurricanes team to start. They're coming off a big win over USF. They actually beat Florida earlier in the year. They're looking to improve to 4-0 and prove that they are legitimate contenders for a national championship. Going back to last year, UM winning the matchup in the swamp. It was a 41-17 blowout. The coaches get a set.
The state championship in the state of Florida is always going to be one of the highest goals that we have.
For us, this is a huge game. We're excited about the challenge. These are the stages that you dream of, right? These are answered prayers, to get to play in these type of games. So we're excited about the opportunity.
Coaches coach and players play. Speaking of players, we got to go and bring in our top option on the outside. He's our man, Donovan Campbell. Let's go over to you, my man.
I appreciate the love, Josh. Check this out. While the battle lines are drawn, it's evident that UM is the overwhelming favorite. And even the guys from College Game Day, they're right behind me, even chose the Canes to win big here in South Florida.
So it's great to have the Canes relevant again. I do like the balance that they have on offense and defense. I think that they play very good complementary football.
I think they should feel as if they have a contending team. I think they should feel as if this is one of the premier brands in all of college football.
I think Miami is one of the most complete teams that I've seen, from being physical, being balanced on offense, being able to run the ball, being able to pass the ball with a good quarterback and good skill guys and make explosive plays, as well as the fact that they're playing very well on defense.
Very easily one of the top 5 teams that I've seen in the country.
It's great to see Miami back to doing what they're supposed to do, and they're going to have their hands full. This is going to be a tough game against Florida.
I don't know if I have the gall to pick the Gators to just storm in and upset Miami, but in no world is this thing 45-7.
Back out live, I just got to show you guys this. Check this out. This is the UM diving team over here. Not necessarily. It's actually fans that are looking at Game Day right now, and they are actually on the diving board. That's just how crazy this game is, and everybody wants to be a part of the action, including myself. Of course, Josh, I know you can't see it, but I can see you way over there, and if you just turn left, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. It's exciting, fans, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it just like them. Josh?
Thanks so much, D. We've got the beauty shot, we call this in the TV world. Donovan's over there mixing it up, and really what this game is about will be the quarterback play. And especially for UM, everything centers around Carson Beck. Remember, he was paid $4 million to transfer to Georgia, can make up to $6.5 million, which is a lot more than a lot of starting quarterbacks in the reserve quarterbacks in the NFL. But Beck is poised, he is fitting in perfectly, and if he plays well, this team could go a long way into the college football playoff. Carson, good to see you again. Rivalry week is here. You've got a lot of familiarity with the Gators, growing up as a fan in Jacksonville, obviously your time at Georgia playing against them, and now here at Miami. How do you describe this rivalry and the angst of the fan bases?
Yeah, I mean, obviously in-state rivalry, Florida, Miami. Obviously all the Florida schools kind of compete to say at the end of the year who the best of all the Florida schools are. So again, I'm sure our fans will come support this one. I'm sure it'll be a crazy crowd, 7:30, night game, big rivalry. I'm really looking forward to it.
We were talking earlier this year, you took me through your Phoenix tattoo where your UCL scar is now from your Tommy John surgery. Just kind of that Phoenix rising again. Here you are, you transferred from Georgia. How have you refound your love of football coming here?
I don't know if I refound my love for football. I've always loved football. I just think that the guys around here have kind of brought out this, like, I don't know, more like energetic type of just kind of look from me, right? I fit in really well down here, and it's kind of more to say about the people around me than actually myself, I feel like. And I think that's just what South Florida is. You know, these Florida boys that come down here, we have fun. And I think that's shown on the field by our energy, by the way that we play, and by the way that we compete.
Well, let's talk about the game a little bit, because the Gators defense has only given up 2 touchdowns so far this season. In watching film, what sticks out?
I mean, what they do defensively, they challenge you. They have a good defense. I mean, they're very talented up front, very talented in the secondary. They have a good defensive coordinator that knows how to scheme and plan for different offenses. So I'll be interested to see exactly what they want to try to do against us, and then ultimately what we can do to attack them. I think it's more about us than them, and just pure execution of what we're able to do. And that's every game at the end of the day.
Saturday at 7:30, we can't believe it's going to be on ABC. It's prime time. Anything for you that night game, is it harder with the motion, or what's different about that nighttime, primetime setting?
I love night games, personally. Obviously, the wait all day kind of sucks, but there's something about when the lights come on, it kind of brings that energy out of you in a different way. And again, I think obviously having played at night now, I'm going to say 3 times because the rain delay technically put us at night again against USF. We've handled it well, you know, and it's about really who can handle that better. Because I think that can be an advantage if you can handle that kind of break throughout the day and then ultimately turn it on when it's time to go.
Describe the feeling of just running out of that tunnel.
It's awesome. I mean, I think, especially after last year and kind of just everything that I went through with the injury and whatnot, I have like a newfound just kind of gratitude for every single opportunity that I get and every single game that I get to play. And I don't know when the last time I'll get to run out of a tunnel is. So. And obviously the energy is going to be high, and especially in games like this where you run out and that stadium's packed and every seat's full. So again, just super excited to have another opportunity this Saturday.
So we got the craziness going on behind me at game day. The team staying in a hotel. They are not here on campus. They are resting and relaxing, saving all of that energy up for tonight. Speaking of tonight, there was a quarterback that played here last year, now in the NFL, Cam Ward. Very good player here, the #1 overall pick. We'll see if Beck can follow suit, but Ward has a prediction on tonight's in-state rivalry matchup.
You know what Miami doing this year, especially offensively. Them boys, they still making plays out there. Carson have a hell of a year right now. And then defensively, them boys flying around, they playing together. But, I mean, we see which way Miami going. I think we all know where this game's finna go. They got to come to Hard Rock, so it ain't easy to win over there at Hard Rock.
That's not a homer pick. Those are just straight facts right there. Right now, the Canes are favored by more than a touchdown over on our Hard Rock Bet app. And again, when you talk about this quarterback matchup, it's DJ Lagway for the Gators, and he really struggled last week against LSU. Beck has looked phenomenal. Let's show you how these two QBs stack up against each other to open the season here. Remember, the big difference here is that the Canes are undefeated. Remember, Florida is 1-2. But if you look at the interception mark for Lagway, 5 of them coming last week in the loss against LSU, and Beck looks to be in full command of this Miami offense. Will we see him air it out again? Beck leading the 4th-ranked Canes to hopefully start 4-0. We'll see if Lagway can play well. He's going to have to if he wants to lead his team to an upset this evening, and his teammates believe he will have a bounce-back performance.
I still believe in you. I mean, I think you're still the guy. I love DJ with everything I got. I mean, he's a great person. He's a great player, great leader. I mean, I'm going to stick by him through anything and everything. It's not just on him. It's on everybody. It is something that all of us can work together as to help DJ get more comfortable. You know, I think it's 11 people on the field, not just one.
A name to pay attention to, Ruben Bain. He's the big defensive end for the Canes. He's healthy, and we're going to talk about him a little bit later in the show, but they're going to have to shut him down. We'll see if he can get to Lagway. But again, this is a rivalry game. We're going to talk about that coming up on the other side of the break. We got you covered here. Thanks for tuning in. More on the other side. The fans are bringing that energy, and we still got about 8 hours until kickoff. But once again, Coral Gables now the epicenter of the college football world before we move over to Hard Rock Stadium tonight. Again, we've got a full slate of great college football games on ABC Miami all afternoon leading up to the primetime event this evening. We've got Gators fans, we've got Miami fans, and we know about this rivalry very well. For more on that, we bring in our Mike DiPasquale, who joins us live from Hard Rock Stadium.
Hey Josh, this place is quiet now, but soon it will be buzzing. A sold-out crowd will be rocking Hard Rock Stadium as we always do here. And the Sin-State matchup has had its memorable games and moments. It's a rivalry that first started in 1938. The Canes lead the all-time series against the Gators 30-27. Last year, Miami blew out Florida in Gainesville. This Canes team, now ranked 4th in the country, won't get caught up in all the hype leading up to tonight's showdown against UF.
Miami always grabbed a lot of attention, and over the past several years, it's been negative attention. So I think our players are very well aware of that, and so there's really nothing to talk about or focus on aside from the opponent and making sure that we spend every minute we can on preparation.
These two schools do have history filled with drama, bitterness, and some great games, including the famous Florida flop in 1971. The Gators defenders all fell down, allowing Miami to score a meaningless touchdown. UF got the ball back, and their quarterback ended up breaking an NCAA record. This rivalry is big for Canes players from South Florida, like third-year running back Mark Fletcher Jr., former American Heritage High star.
It's generational. That's what I would say. These are the type of games you want to play in, type of games you grew up watching as a South Florida kid. But now it's going to be exciting, and I'm just blessed to be a part of it.
Miami, Florida is a big rivalry. I mean, it's something that you look forward to when you come to Florida. I mean, it's not often that we play them, but when it's on the schedule, it's time to go.
Canes quarterback Carson Beck, who grew up in Jacksonville, came so close to being a Gator.
I was actually committed to Florida my freshman year of high school for baseball, not football. So that was always kind of the plan of what I kind of wanted to do when I was younger. They were in my top 3 or 4 schools in consideration when it came to making a decision coming out of high school.
You can check the record books to see what these two teams have done on the field, off the field. Nearly 25 years ago on Bourbon Street in New Orleans, the Canes and Gator players brawled before they met in the Sugar Bowl. This is a heated rivalry with a long history. I'll be here tonight, have your highlights for you after the game is over. Josh, back to you.
Thanks so much, Mike. Hopefully there's no fights pregame. I know we had the Notre Dame game on ABC Miami. Everybody remembering that fight in the tunnel all those years ago. And we're going to get the newest installment of this rivalry. But in recent years, it's been all Miami, and they've been owning it for at least the last 365 plus days. And that's because it was an absolute beatdown in the swamp last year. Cam Ward making his debut for Miami, played extremely well. It was a 41-17 blowout, and the Gators remembering it well.
Yeah, they came in here, they whooped us, like, if we being real. So, of course, the defense wants to get back, but, like, we ready to play. Like, it don't matter who it is.
I mean, I feel like we need a big win. I feel like this would be a perfect time to
get that big win, start a domino effect, kind of how we did last year towards the end of the season, just get this train rolling.
Gator players are playing for pride. They still have a lot to play for, but a 1-2 start. There's already people calling for Billy Napier to be fired. We'll see what they can do today. Again, the Canes are favored by more than a touchdown. Coming up on the other side of the break, we're giving you a list of the players to watch. Stick and stay for that. We appreciate you watching the We Got You Covered pregame show on ABC Miami, presented by Hard Rock Bet. Here is your live look inside Hard Rock Stadium. Once again, the tailgate will get popping around 2 o'clock, but for now, the party is here in Coral Gables. It's been going since 5 a.m. We've got College Game Day right behind me. The students are fired up. The fan bases are fired up. But what about this matchup? How well do you know the Canes? How well do you know the Gators? Which side of the rivalry are you on? To get you set, here's our list of players to watch. We start with Canes running back Mark Fletcher, the junior, leading Miami in touches, rushing yards, and touchdowns. Fletcher finding the end zone 4 times in 3 games. Remember, he had a pair of tutties in last year's matchup in the Swamp. Another player to watch is Miami true freshman Malachi Toney, the former American Heritage star, leading the team with 18 catches for 228 receiving yards. Toney consistent, catching 6 balls in each of the first 3 games. However, he's looking for his first touchdown since the opener against Notre Dame. For the Gators, keep an eye on running back Jaden Baugh. Yes, the offense has struggled largely due to turnovers. However, Baugh is the bell cow. If the Gators are to pull off the upset, Baugh needs to establish the run behind a veteran offensive line. The other Florida player to watch is leading receiver Vernell Brown III. His 16 catches leading the team, but he's got yet to score a touchdown. If quarterback DJ Lagway can get the ball downfield, Brown can do the rest, just like he showcased at the start of the season. These are the players to watch. Defensively, Ruben Bain is the player to pay attention to. He's had multiple sacks so far this season. He's a projected first-round pick. Some experts are labeling him the #1 defensive end in his draft-eligible class. So we'll see if he can perform today. Again, it's a new defensive coordinator for the Canes, and they've looked very good. But we want to know all about this fan support, because you got to have the 12th man at a home game. And for more on the fans, we go back to Donovan Campbell.
I'll tell you what, Josh, when College Game Day rolls into town, you know students will storm the scene, and I'll tell you what, the Hurricane fans didn't disappoint. The party kicked off early in Coral Gables with the Wild Cane fans staking out front row spots for College Game Day as early as 8:45 p.m. last night.
8:45, it's been 8-9 hours. Not phased, I'm ready. I think the crowd's going to be electric.
All gearing up for tonight's clash between the 4th-ranked Miami Hurricanes and the Florida Gators. Even with hours to go till kickoff, Canes country is already louder than a blender at a tailgate. The energy's so high, even palm trees are shaking.
The energy is phenomenal right now. Phenomenal. I can't wait for tonight. I cannot wait for tonight.
So loud, it's amazing. I love being here. Everyone's so hype all day.
Kickoff isn't until 7:30, and that's all the way in Miami Gardens at Hard Rock Stadium. I've been here actually since 6 a.m. Josh, what time did you get here, by the way?
We were down here before it got started around 8:30. How you feeling about maybe Green Street? I think we need some food after this.
Hey, if you're buying, I'm with it. Let's do it right now.
Hey, you got to have a good pregame meal before the game. Dono, how do you envision this one going? Again, the Canes are favored by 7.5 points.
Actually, I think the Canes might win even by more than that 7.5. I'm not a gambling man, but I think the Canes right now, their offense is just clicking on all cylinders, especially Carson Beck. And you know how much love I have for Malachi Toney, number 10, the freshman.
Oh, yeah, Malachi Toney's been phenomenal. Does he have the bigger game, or does C.J. Daniels, who's been the #1 option for Beck?
I'm going to be honest, it might be C.J. Daniels' coming out party. The fact that this is an SEC kind of team, I can see C.J. Daniels making a primetime performance tonight here under the lights at Hard Rock Stadium.
D, you're always money. That's why we call you D Money. We appreciate you. And of course, we'll see you over at Hard Rock later tonight. We've got to take a quick commercial break, everybody. It's not our final timeout. We'll see you on the other side. Welcome back to the beautiful campus of Miami here in Coral Gables. I almost wish I went to school here. It has been a phenomenal morning. Again, we've had kids here since 8:30 last night to be a part of game day, and it's been a beautiful, just weather-wise. Hopefully it sticks around for tonight. Hopefully not a lightning delay like we saw last week against USF. But again, we've got a full slate of college football right here on ABC Miami leading up to the nightcap. It's a 7:30 scheduled kickoff between the Canes and the Gators. And once again, the Canes are a 7.5-point favorite. They're also big on the money line, minus 325. So what that means for our Hard Rock bet friends, you got to put down $325 to win 100. We do not endorse gambling. Bet at your own risk, but we will see what happens. Again, the Canes are heavy favorites. Speaking of Hard Rock Stadium, let's go take a live look because this is where the party will move. In roughly 2 hours, the gates will open, and we know all about those special Miami tailgates. It's going to be bumping until about 6 o'clock probably. A lot of people even just go for the tailgate. They don't even go into the game, and that's when it gets really fun. So we're going to go from the outside of the stadium, and for everybody that's got a ticket, it's going to be special. Here are the field conditions. Remember, they share the stadium with the Dolphins. Shout out to the grounds crew for turning this one over. It is all about the U tonight. And if Miami wins, they will solidify their chances as a true national championship contender. Again, the Gators are playing for pride. They'll see if they can get it back to 2-2. They've been playing well, minus the interceptions. We'll see if they can take care of the ball. We will see you tonight after the game. Enjoy Miami and Florida on ABC Miami. Good night. Thanks for watching.